Tell me what's going on.
That lady had some trouble with her car. She thought it was a starter. I checked starter, alternator, battery, all of them were good. So I started to suspect the ignition switch. I don't have a test equipment to have separate lines and all, but I did get the new ignition switch. And anyway, when I put it in, I had trouble getting the ignition module slips up into the cylinder, aligning the teeth on both of them. So at one point, when I put the module up inside, it was actually at the start position, it was at number 3 position, not 0. So I was moving that around until it worked. When I finally got the position where the vehicle would go to an accessory and then to on and then crank and start, it ran, but I had I noticed that I didn't have accessory lights on. There were no dash lights for the mileage and a few other gauges. So my thought was, because these are 2 wheels matching one another up inside, am I a tooth off? Or the other thought was, when I put the block harness together, the left and right sides that connect to the mounting block, is it possible that I didn't get those seated, or only one side seated? Anyway, so that's kind of where I am. Vehicle runs, no wipers, no accessory lights, except when you turn it to accessory, it has service engine soon light and a battery light, but nothing else like your normal Christmas tree. So I have not, when I had the module out for the cylinder, I had the cylinder in the key off position, and then I moved the wheel on the ignition switch to what I thought was the lock position.
Okay.
Anyway, I moved it back and forth until I got a turn, a click, and then a start, the 1, 2, 3, 4 position, but no lights. And so I thought, is it possible that lower harness block did not connect, or only one side? I don't know what. It's a pretty good array of connections.
Right.
Unfortunately, I put it all back together, so I got to pull that whole dash undercarriage back out again.
Right.
Which is not a problem.
That's a really good question. And to answer all of your questions, the answer is yes, each one. Is it possible it's not installed correctly? 100% yes. Is it possible it's not making contact? Yes. Is it all of the above is possible? So what I would recommend that you do is you could take it out and put it back in and try it a couple times. I assume you've already done that, correct? So in that case, what I would recommend that you do is all you have to do is just simply use a voltmeter, and you can check power in and out of the ignition switch itself. And with the key turned on, I think just about all of the wires coming out of the ignition switch should have battery voltage, except for the crank or the start circuit, which is the yellow wire. In addition, what you could do is you could go to the fuses inside the vehicle and see which fuses do and do not have battery voltage with the key turned on.
Right. Now I pulled the side panel off inside the dash, and I just pulled out a 10 amp fuse that said gauges, and it looked okay. I didn't have a tester, but it looked okay. But I was going to go back with a multimeter and just check all those fuses.
Right.
But it's just rather odd that so many don't come on. And like I said, the wipers don't come on. The AC does not come on.
Right.
It seemed so. But it said that the wheel alignment was difficult. I think I tried I spent half an hour plus strapped with that module trying to match the teeth up inside to get a lock position, accessory, run on, and then crank. And I finally got that, but no lights, no accessory lights, which led me to think that it's possibly that harness block, because the bolt went in and it tightened and it felt like it went in, but I was wondering if it didn't. Anyway, those are the 2 options I can think of besides going back over and just, if there was a possibility. Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. I'm listening.
Oh, I just got a phone call flash in. If it was possible to, when I put the screwdriver in to release the 2 little tangs that release the ignition switch to come down, I did get a spark once, and I thought, because my blade was small and I hit something. So the third thing that I am checking, I'll go first because it's easiest, is the fuses, and those should be all on that side panel on the dashboard. I'll check all of those first because I'll do that with a multimeter. But it's, again, the alignment of the teeth. There's 5 positions you can rotate the ignition switch to all the way on to the start position and back, but you don't feel the click It's different from the key because the key just turned normally without any resistance, without that ignition switch inside.
Right.
The switch that gives all of the positions. And I took a picture up inside to see if I could align the teeth, but the wheel inside is black, and I can't get a decent picture or a feeler up inside there. So I can align the new switch, I just can't seem, all I can do is put the key into the lock position. So I still can't see what's up inside. Actually, I've seen that I can remove the ignition switch a lot. Again, it's just the position of the teeth on the top.
Right. So again, you have a couple options. You can continue to try to take it out and put it back in, or I can send you the procedure, and it may or may not cover what you're trying here. So you may end up, I'm happy to do that, but you may end up back where you just got to keep trying in different positions in order for it to work. Is this a standard steering wheel and column, or is it a tilt steering wheel and column?
It is a tilt. When I removed the old harness, I was going through very slowly and carefully. I did watch a bunch of YouTube variants. I found one that was really good. He was very careful all the way through disassembly, all the way back to reassembly. And I felt very confident. So going back in, it was just the alignment of those teeth,
right,
the module going up. But then again, I thought, when I put that bolt in for the harness down below, it felt like it tightened up a little too soon.
Gotcha.
It's got a little 7 millimeter, and I thought, oh man, But I went ahead and reassembled the whole thing because it was running, and it didn't dawn on me that I had no accessory. And it's got to be it because the massive amount of wires that go through that harness, the left side and the right side, I got those in the gray and the black side. That was no problem. But again, anyway, so I'm going to go back over right now and start testing. And I think I can remove the lower part of the cover for the column in the module. And I'll probably do that first and just keep resetting that before I undo the whole lower section of the dashboard to get to the harness. But just a bad feeling, that's all. Anyway.
That sounds good.
All right, Derek. Let's appreciate your help. I went to an O'Reilly's and I said, is anybody here good on Chevys? And they all kind of went, no, not really. But I got no help there. So I thought, well, I'm pretty good. I'm 70 on 3. I've worked on cars for 55 plus years. So I'm not afraid of these things. And I just have to make sure that my step by step is smooth and correct. Anyway, thank you.
You bet. You're welcome.
How will I receive this?
Send a reply over in the chat for you.
I appreciate your help, though, very much.
You bet. You're welcome.
Standing by.